Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Travel with Cubs. We are thrilled to be back after a short break, and guess what? Our Cubs are ready to explore again. Today we are visiting a wonderful little museum in Durham, the Oriental Museum. This museum has over 40,000 objects from Asia and Africa, including China, Japan, India and Egypt. And the best part is, it's free to enter and great for kids. Don't miss the rest of the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel Travel with Cubs.
Hello everybody, welcome to our channel Travel with Cubs. Today we are at Oriental Museum.
We were fascinated by the beautiful Arabic calligraphy at the entrance. It said, "Seek knowledge even as far as China," a famous quote from Prophet Muhammad, who urged Muslims to pursue knowledge wherever it was available. The Al-Tajir World of Islam Trust funded the calligraphy as a way of honoring the excellence of Middle Eastern and Islamic studies at Durham University since 1945. It also expressed gratitude for the contributions of Sir John and Lady Diana Richmond, who were both influential in Arab world and the university since 1946. The staff at the Oriental Museum were kind and helpful. They informed us about all the activities for the kids and suggested we spend 2 to 3 hours to enjoy them all. We were eager to discover the museum. Upon entering the museum beyond the main reception, we encountered powerful messages from the mayors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Their words narrated the harrowing stories of those who bravely endured the immense suffering caused by the atomic bombings. "78 years have passed since these catastrophic events. Just beyond this impactful display lies the museum's introductory gallery, named the Silk Roads. The space serves as a gateway to the entire museum, showcasing diverse works from the collections. These objects tell captivating stories of trade, travel and exchange that span across Asia, reaching all the way to Europe and even to Durham. Along the Silk Roads, silks, ceramics and spices traveled along these complex trade routes for centuries. More than trade, these links also enabled the transfer of knowledge, the dialogue of faiths, and the growth of art. Asia has seen many powerful political and military empires, but the diffusion of different faiths along the Silk Roads has formed cultural and religious regions that have transcended boundaries. Common faiths, practices, and institutions have connected political, physical, and linguistic barriers. The museum kept young minds engaged throughout the visit with various activities scattered across the exhibits. Liana found the dragon coloring station exciting and took a moment to express her creativity. This type of bed is called babushang. Being the most important furniture in a Chinese household, the bed demonstrated the wealth and status of the family. Safe travel along the Silk Route was crucial for exchange of goods, culture, and ideas between East and West. Traders and travelers employed various strategies to ensure their safety on this extensive network of trade routes. These combined efforts created a relatively secure environment that enabled the Silk Route to thrive as a vital conduit for trade and cultural interactions for centuries. The evidence for trade in textiles across Asia and into Europe and North Africa dates back more than 2 millennia. Silk is the most famous traded textile, but other materials such as mohair wool, linen, and cotton were also much sought after. Furs of all kinds were traded over huge distances. Living along the Silk routes, the lives of the ordinary people throughout the Europe and Asia have changed and enriched in many ways by exchanging food and drinks. Versatile food crops might travel far from their place of origin, become ubiquitous in their new homes that today people might find it hard to believe they had not always been grown there. The Oriental Museum features two ancient Egypt galleries. Upon entering the first gallery, visitors are greeted by the Senet game, the ancient Egyptian game, with some trying their hand at playing. Display cases line the room's perimeter, while the center remains open. This collection holds designated status due to its national and international significance. The newly refurbished gallery highlights this exceptional collection to its fullest, with each object displayed with minimal intervention to allow them to speak for themselves. The second ancient Egypt gallery houses a mummy and includes one of the most important objects in the Oriental Museum's collection, the servant girl. Visitors can learn more about this artifact by reading the accompanying label. The Thaka Gallery of Ancient Egypt at the Oriental Museum offers a captivating journey into the world of ancient Egyptian civilization. The gallery's educational display and detailed information make it a must-visit for anyone interested in the rich history and culture of ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, people believed in an afterlife where they could live forever. To prepare for this, they developed a special process called mummification. This involved carefully removing the body's organs and drying it out with special salts. Then the body was wrapped in linen bandages with spells and prayers written on them. The whole process took weeks, but Egyptians believed it would help the person enjoy a happy afterlife. With a heavy heart, we entered a section dedicated to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The weight of those events hung in the air. Displays showed the chilling design of the atomic bombs, a stark contrast to the vibrant cityscapes of Hiroshima and Nagasaki that had vanished in an instant. A screen flickered with silent footage capturing Hiroshima bustling with life in April 1935, a world unknowingly on the brink. Posters documented the desperate search for loved ones, the struggle to rebuild from the ruins, and the remarkable spirit of revival that followed. The exhibit didn't shy away from the harsh realities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki today, nor the ongoing threat posed by nuclear weapons. It served as a powerful reminder of the devastating cost of war and the importance of working towards a world free from such weapons. The Oriental Museum has a collection of Korean objects, though it's on the smaller side with less than 1,000 pieces. What makes it special is that it includes items from both North and South Korea, which is quite rare. An important part of the collection came from a kind man named Bishop Richard Roth. He went to Korea as a missionary in 1954 and ended up staying for almost 20 years. He learned a lot about Korean culture and even wrote books about it, becoming a big expert in Korean studies. The Japanese collection at Oriental Museum has gotten much bigger in recent years. They have some amazing things on display now, including samurai swords and armor, gorgeous silk kimonos with embroidery, intricate carvings called netsuke. One of the coolest parts of the collection is the ceramics. They have a whole bunch of pottery and porcelain from the 1600s and 1700s. But it gets even better. In 2015, someone named David Hyatt King donated a giant collection of mostly porcelain from the 1800s and 1900s, making the Japanese ceramic section even more impressive. The Oriental Museum has a massive collection of Himalayan and Central Asian treasures, but most of it comes from Tibet and is all about Buddhism. Buddhism showed up in Tibet around 7 to 8 centuries and then spread to Mongolia and other nearby places. But that's not all they have. The museum also boasts a huge collection of Southeast Asian artifacts, showing off the amazing variety of cultures in that region. They have things from almost every country in Southeast Asia, including beautiful pottery and fabrics, traditional musical instruments, intricate wood carvings, shiny lacquerware, and even weapons and armor. It's like a trip around the Southeast Asia without ever leaving the museum. The Oriental Museum brings cultures to life with a dress-up experience for young visitors, and our cubs were excited to participate and represent different cultures through their costumes.
We are traveling cubs.
The Oriental Museum has a treasure trove of over 10,000 objects from China. They're especially famous for their amazing collection of ceramics like vases, bowls, and plates. But that's not all. They also have a bunch of really cool carvings made from precious jade and other hard stones. The museum's collection of Chinese jade and hard stones is one of the largest in the UK and consists of more than 2,000 pieces. The importance of this Chinese collection was formally recognized in 2008 when it was awarded Elite Designated Collection status in recognition of its national and international significance. This international status was further confirmed in 2016 when Durham University signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Palace Museum in Beijing. Our cubs had a blast exploring the Oriental Museum. There's so much to see and learn, and we can't wait to come back for one of their exciting events in the future. A big shout out to the museum staff. You were all so friendly and helpful, making it a fantastic experience for our little adventurers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Travel with Cubs, and share our videos with your family and friends. We'll see you all on our next adventure. Until then, have a wonderful day.